everybody, and welcome back to PGL Tavern Tale Season Spring. My name is Nimsh, and I'm here with Raven and Lothar for the last match of the day. We had a really long 2 days. The first day, the Swiss, 5 rounds. Today we had 7 matches, some show matches, a battle between decks without any attack almost.
Yeah, they died to fatigue.
Yeah,
It's
they
like-
did. They did.
It was
absolutely.
fatigue from the beginning.
Yeah,
And last match for today is Arneej versus Athanas.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one, interesting one to finish today because these are two lesser known players, I would say. We've seen some of the bigger names earlier on, and we've got matches tomorrow like Tice versus Powder, for example.
Yeah.
But really cool to see how these guys do.
yep, for sure. Like we have no idea what are they playing. They might bring some funky decks,
Yeah.
or just face Shaman 3-0 again, like we just saw in the previous match of Vince against Track Style. Right?
Absolutely, or just bring the standard lineup of Zoo, Druid, and Secret Paladin, which seems to be one of the most popular ones overall.
Yeah, well, it's crazy efficient, right?
Yeah,
so
it is.
Why not?
It's a good one, especially if you normally don't have that much time to study Hearthstone, because you study and you work. So not everybody is a pro player, and it's really easy to forget that. Like, we are praising Tice a lot, being one of the best players here, but Tice does it full time. It's his job. He basically plays all the time, and he's sponsored, and he's a salary. A lot of those players here, they did take their chances in the qualifiers, and they have other lives. They have work, families, and not that Tice doesn't have a family.
Well, when you think about it, all of those pro players started from the same point. Right?
Yeah, they did.
They did share time with other activities and play Hearthstone at the same time. I mean, for most of them, at least that was
Absolutely.
the case. I know that for Thais that was the case, and for myself that was the case. So there's a lot of examples of that. So maybe there's another pro player here looming in the shadows for now.
Yeah, definitely. This type of tournament for a player who can get pretty far and eventually even win the tournament is a great chance to make a breakthrough on the scene and start being a pro player, because people can actually notice him like, hey, Arneej is one of those guys who's actually doing really good in the tournament. He takes it, and then we want to have him on a team, or Athanas as well. We've actually had a lot of Greek players in this tournament.
Yeah, and just
Yeah,
talk
like
about
three.
just talk about that, especially like this is one of the tournaments that you definitely want the breakout performance to be. There's no invites. It's been open. It's been a pretty grueling experience to just battle through this many rounds for the players that are still in the tournament. And if one of these guys wins today, then he's got potentially another few games tomorrow against some really tough opponents. So it's definitely a good proving ground for these newer players. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of the more the lesser known players, performs well and potentially wins second place, third place, even top 8 overall. This is just a good opportunity for them to get picked up by a team, and then, but like you said, potentially get that Hearthstone career rolling if that's what they want.
Absolutely. That's why I really want to know more about those players. And we did ask those players about, we asked them some questions. So let's see what they have to say.
I'm Arneej Huisroms. I'm a Hearthstone player, and I'm playing for the team Bruce Gaming.
I'm John Athanasiou. I'm from Greece. I play Hearthstone for Oblivion Crusaders.
I started playing Hearthstone in the late days of beta when I got my beta key, and it was more of a game in between my other games because Hearthstone games don't take very long, and I didn't really think about going competitive back then.
Right now we have a lot of players. We don't have a big name at the moment, but I believe in a few months we will have many players in the big scenes.
I mostly like the format because in the summer, so the DreamHack Cluj-Napoca, there was a group stage double elimination, and I really liked that format. And now in this PGL, they use the Swiss format, which I also really like. So I find that very good for PGL.
I think there will be 1 or 2 months to be adapting this format, to understand completely this format. We'll see new decks, better decks in my opinion, more combo in the deck, and I'm pretty excited about that.
I think the wild and standard formats are pretty refreshing for the game, so it keeps everyone interested. It also gives Blizzard more design space, so we could see more meta shifts, which also ultimately will bring out the better players.
Athanas versus Arneej, where Arneej actually has experience. He got, I don't remember exactly, was it top 8 or top 4 in Cluj-Napoca, but he was definitely featured, and he was sitting there in that chair already. And his opponent, Athanas, well, this might be his first big LAN tournament.
Yeah, and again, like we were saying, and like he was saying in the video, actually, his team might not be the most well-known team, but they've got some good players, and definitely believes that, you know, going forward, they're going to start making a big name for themselves, and, you know, this is a pretty good step for the team already, you know, him getting this far, really good performance overall. Even just, you know, even if he goes out this round, it's still a great performance, so a lot to be proud of there, you know, like, you know, flying the colours there for his team, and look at the lineups. Athanas has Druid, Paladin, and Warlock versus the Mage, Paladin and Warlock as well. So
Wow.
Oh.
Richard is like favoring.
I think we have a lot of
Athanas.
Greek viewers, that's for sure, with so many great Greek players in the tournament.
Probably because of Tsibu.
Yeah.
Passively. Or like a Baus?
Yeah.
60% for Twitter as well. So definitely got the Twitter following, whereas Gosu gamers have ruined it all, and he's definitely rooting for Arnie here with 52%.
All right. So lineups pretty standard from Arneej, as you mentioned, Raven. And then there is the mage for Arneej. Do we know what that mage is? Do we know anything from the Swiss part?
Well, the Swiss part is not really that important after they could have changed the decks,
True.
right? So it might have been Freeze Mage, but now it might be Tempo Mage.
Yeah, I would love to
Who
see
knows?
Tempo. I'd really love to see Tempo. I like the deck a lot, but it's difficult to get past how powerful Freeze Mage is overall. I think it's just the better deck in general.
Absolutely.
And the official said that like the Flamewakers are horrible right now.
Unit said that.
Unit said that. So
Yeah. But that deck, the Flameworker deck, is quite in a difficult situation right now. It might be good versus Druid, but versus Zoo, it's terrible overall. And there are many other decks that are countering it.
Yep.
Okay. So the game will be ready in just a moment. For those guys, it's a really important game, not only because it's an elimination game, but they will double the money if they win. Right now, they're guaranteed $500. If they win, there's 1K. And also 2 HCT points. And last month, it was enough to have, what, 6 to qualify for the
7, I
Pro?
think.
It was 6 in EU, I think.
6 in NA, I think. And
Was it?
EU was 7. I think NA, you just needed 5 or 6.
Oh, I thought it was 6 in EU. I might be wrong.
All right.
But we are going to see the Paladin lineup against the Druid, and this is really interesting actually. So something I want to talk about is the first deck select, especially in Last Hero Standing. So there's the sort of weird mind games where if that is Freeze Mage, then it's always a good deck to start with because you know, your opponent probably will want to play a hard counter into Freeze Mage, so they need to wait and not necessarily lock in that hard counter. But then you can go a step further where going, my opponent will know this with the Mage, so is he just going to start Mage, try and get 1 win? And if you get 1 win already, you're feeling pretty good, especially in Last Hero Standing when you can then counter pick and then potentially get the lead. But as you sort of motioned then, Lothar, when we saw the mulligan, the Fel Reaver is definitely an interesting card.
It is an interesting card, but it's kind of stopped in its track because of like secrets and noble sacrifice especially. You can burn like million cards for the druid, which is not important unless you run out of threats, because the burn is like completely unimportant if you still have cards to draw and finish up the game, right? It's only a factor when you're running out of threats and you basically run out of cards. But for now, Arneej has no idea that there might be a Fel Reaver.
Well, for Reaver, I think is also signaling that this is basically the aggressive druid. So we might expect also Knife Jugglers, Druid of the Saber, and some other aggressive cards that are in this deck overall.
Yeah, this is a huge choice now, though. He can innovate Shredder into Shade of Nax for a curve, or he can just hero power, test the secret, and then innovate out Fel Reaver next turn.
I would go for the Palted Shredder almost
Really?
always here.
Yeah, I will also.
Oh
go
no,
for Shredder.
I kind of like this play because if you know it's not a Noble Sacrifice, like his turn 2 is going to be Mini Bot, Juggler, you know, your normal turn 2, and then you put out Fel Reaver. Like, what's he going to do turn 3 into Fel Reaver?
Coghammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like the one card, right?
But then
Really?
you have Keeper of Uldaman.
Yeah, into turn. Yeah, okay. Look, if you're gonna say, if he has the perfect cards, when there's one card that locks him out for this first turn, I think it's worth
Actually,
the
he
play.
has
'Cause
Keeper of Ulduman right now.
Yeah, and the Cockhammer as well, Raven.
Yeah, all right. Well, he can silence through the
No, like, to
Cockhammer,
be
so
honest, we're just
shut up, guys.
Actually, right.
Shut up.
Keeper of the Grove will be awesome here if he doesn't trade. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Keeper of Ulduman coming down makes the Felrevere free, so you can kill it with the Knife Juggler. But if you don't kill it, and then the Keeper of the Grove silences not only the effect, the drawback from the Felrevere, but also silences the effect from the Keeper of Ulduman, so it's 8/8 again.
Yeah, but you definitely kill it, I think, and you're happy to mill 6 cards.
Do you mill it? I mean, do you kill it?
You mill it, you kill it.
You mill it,
Do you
kill
mill it
you
or
rap
do you
god.
kill it?
Why would you like? You do understand the Keeper of the Grove is a possibility, but by the way, I kind of agree that playing a Fellow Reaver is an okay play. It's not. It's absolutely not a misplay because you're testing your opponent. Do you have an answer? Like if you don't, you basically just lose.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
I think also, and I am going to defend my point, of course, but like the Felriever, because he has so much follow-up, like he's not all in on this whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Like it could have paid off massively and just won him the game there and then, but oh no, he has to follow up with Shredder, he has the Swipe, he has the Shade of Naxxramas as well, so, and the Keeper of the Grove, so he had options. It wasn't like,
Definitely.
we saw the earlier game where it was literally all in on Lotheb, and that was it, whereas this is much safer because he has so many different follow-up.
Yeah, and even if a Fellow Reaver would connect to face once, you're still fine.
Yeah, it's huge.
You're the aggressive druid.
I would still favor to turn to Shredder. I mean, just half of the damage, right? And you curve out perfectly afterwards because you gain the advantage of playing the Fellow Reaver or what happened? Lightwell? Oh,
Yeah.
great card. You just have the damage. When you think about Death Rattle, you probably have almost the same damage as the Fellow Reaver, the same faster than the Fellow Reaver, and you curve out later on, and you still put off like really big threats every single
Yeah, I just think that the thing that pushed it for me was the secret. Because if that was Noble Sacrifice and you play the Shredder, and then next turn you want to carry on curving, so then the Shredder runs into Noble Sacrifice, and then you just suddenly feel a bit delayed. That's all. Maybe give the Paladin a chance to catch up. But anyway, that time is long gone now.
Yeah, now
so
we face
let's look at the board now. So there is a Noble Sacrifice in hand, so that was a relevant segue, I think. And he does have the mini-bot. He has the option of Muster mini-bot, but I don't know. I kind of like the Noble Sacrifice to force the Avenge proc.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the third secret now? I missed it as
Redemption.
we were arguing over
he
Felreaver.
played Redemption.
Oh, okay, so he has Redemption. Okay. Yeah, so he gets the 2-1 back after the attack, and then gets the Avenge. And to be honest, like out of all the targets, there's 2 targets that Avenge is pretty damn good on, like the 3/4 taunt, or the mini-bot. So
It's so interesting because the hand that Athanas has is basically what you want to have versus Druid. Like you have Keepers, you have Swipe, so you can deal with most of the stuff that with Paladin. I mean, like whatever Paladin throws against you, you should be able to deal with it. But on the other hand, is this really the hand he wants as an aggressive Druid? Or is he in fact the aggressive
no,
Druid?
I think that there's been people running the list where it's like pretty much Druid with Felreavers, as opposed to playing, like the Lepinomes, the Sabers, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you see like, he might have them, that we've just not seen them yet. And we did see a Savage Combatant as well,
Yeah.
I think, in the opening mulligan. But I've definitely seen some people run lists with just like Felreavers and extra edition.
Because the fight trap is flexible. Like
Yeah.
people play Belchers, people play Azure Drakes, and
Yeah,
people
exactly.
play Reavers.
And
Gara would be so happy to just run this
And
Druid.
sometimes as well, like because Druid has the ability to innovate, like sometimes a early or even just a Felreaver on 5 just wins you the game when they don't have the answer. Like that's completely valid, and sometimes it just happens. So
Yeah. Well, for now it looks really good for the Druid. Can Paladin get Mystery's Challenger? If he is forced to go for... Oh!
It's not bad either.
Yeah, but he's still forced to go into Master, I feel.
yeah, the problem is as well, like Muster, even with Avenge, like the swipes, does the swipe clear the board or does the Avenge proc as it's cleared?
If
and then
everything
buff
dies,
a minion?
everything
If
dies,
then
then
doesn't,
It
doesn't
clears.
it
proc.
doesn't
Okay.
proc it.
So in this situation, the Master of Battle is quite awful.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have any other options. If you want to win, to race against the aggressive
Yeah,
Paladin,
it's
because against the aggressive Druid, because it's aggressive, right? You saw the Felreaver.
Well, you suspect it, but we just discussed it's possible that it's not an aggressive one.
Then why would you play
It-
Felreaver?
As as a threat card instead of Azure Drakes or Sludge Belcher to just surprise your opponents overall.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, we've seen some weird decks today, so be a believer, Lothar. There's nothing else that indicates it's actually an aggressive one.
Well, the light will kind of turns it around here.
To the control druid,
This was all planned from the beginning.
it warps the perspective that this druid is an aggressive one because he has a light wall.
This just doesn't make sense.
He's back to full health. What?
This deck is better than Priest at healing.
Apparently. Oh,
Ah, so there's the weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
See?
We
Never
didn't
get
say-
fooled
we
by
didn't
the
say
Fel
it
Reaver.
definitely wasn't. We said
Never
there is
get-
a chance.
Never get fooled by the Fel Reaver.
The Fel Reaver
I
mind games.
think the on deck that wasn't full aggro that was playing Fel Reaver at some point was Zoo.
Zoo is kind of like an aggro, I think.
Well, it's not exactly an aggro deck, but it took advantage of having
Yeah.
like big stats on low cost minion, right?
I think it worked best in Mech Mage overall.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, there was a point as well. I think I saw some mid-range hunter decks actually run Fel Reaver,
So
which is pretty cool.
suddenly Athanas is actually getting those aggressive cards. Well, what to do here? So Dr. Boom, can you respond
Do
to this?
Do you just play Druid of the Claw, Leponome, Saber?
Charge everything.
Yeah, smart.
Well, you can.
There's no nice way to kill Boom, right? Without like feeling too bad about running
Can you
everything
even
in.
kill the boom?
You can.
Is that? I mean, I know you can, but is this a reasonable option?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no good way to kill Dr.
I
Boom.
think
in
it's
a-
not terrible actually.
You think?
Charging Druid of the Saber with Shade and killing it with the Keeper. That's basically 6 mana you're spending here.
I'd be so scared about using Keeper on turn 7 though. Because if like
That
Tyrion
was
then comes
unexpected.
down, that's going to be rough.
That was really unexpected.
Oh.
That costed him dearly.
Well, now he can kill the second bomb, silence the boom, and I guess
Do you
play.
even bother silencing the Boom? At this point, does 3 damage change anything? I don't know. I think you save it, especially Tyrion could come down next turn, and that's just as scary.
True, true. But there's just Repentance for now.
Oh, look at that!
Called
Well, well then, really good read from Athanas that the Tyrion can come.
I mean, I think the issue is even yeah, you can silence it. It's still 6/6 though. So
60 damage total.
yeah, I mean,
17 even with
just
the
2
weapon.
turn lethal straight away,
Oh,
which is
man.
weird from 30 health.
Poor aggressive Druid.
The aggressive druid wasn't aggressive, so
Yeah.
It had Fel Reaver on turn 3. It should have connected to face.
give him a link.
Yeah, I mean, like, however much the Fel Reaver play didn't look great there early on, like, the Paladin had the perfect answer, like, on curve. Like, there's only really that card that answers it that hard, I think. So,
And Peacekeeper.
a Secret Paladin's really playing that card?
Sometimes they were,
Okay,
right?
okay.
I mean,
If we're going to list all of the cards that beat Fel Reaver,
I mean, Paladin is one of the best classes to actually play against Fel Reaver because you have Repentance, you have
Keeper of
Keeper's
Voldemort.
Ultiman, you have
Cockhammer.
Cockhammer, sometimes Become Hunter,
And the Peacekeepers are also
Noble
included.
Sacrifice, a lot of secrets just
Yeah.
to mill like 12 cards for 4 mana,
Absolutely.
right? And then coin out something.
But the game is not over yet. Actually, if does he go for face here? If there is a Savage Roar, what happens? You can
Savage Roar is 10 damage, so that's still not enough.
well plus 7.
so there's Noble Sacrifice down, right?
No, actually, Savage Roar would be enough, right? If you don't trade
No,
into minions.
No, I think he's one off. Unless I
No, it's two.
miscounted.
Oh, there's
off.
there's 19.
With Hero Power?
With Hero Power is one off.
One off,
yes.
yeah. But Noble Sacrifice is down, right?
Yeah.
Unless I missed something.
Yeah, I would.
So-
You just go face and
Yeah,
set
I
up
would
to
just
turn
get
lethal.
2-turn lethal, why not?
Because now you don't have a 2-turn lethal. Unless there's a competitive spirit. Wait, did I miss that?
There is Avenge and Noble Sacrifice. So in theory, Avenge will get procced. So you should have.
But
two-turn lethal.
we are not counting the light well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and with only the Druid damaged, then it auto heals the Druid, right?
You actually could have killed the light well less than instead of the Narassus.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. The mana doesn't actually do much, does it?
So what can
Yeah.
Athanas do? Is Athanas trying to set up a sub-Druid, like play Druid in stealth and go for face with two damage? If he attacks into a 2-1, he'll go...
Can he afford to trade? Like, I mean, I suppose the Avenge is going off anyway, right? Because there's Noble Sack and Avenge down.
Yeah, like,
So-
and you need to attack, like,
Yeah.
there's no choice. Alright, let's see where Avenge lands.
Interdusting.
Doesn't land on Dude.
Oh, it's not Avenge.
It's competitive spirit, right? No, wait, what?
No, it's
Oh,
Repentance.
Repentance.
Repent.
Oh, wow. It is the end of the day, guys.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, actually. There was Repentance for so long there. So this game is far from over, actually. Now it's all about the draws. If there are secrets being drawn through silver, well, 4 damage.
This, I mean, do you actually just True Silver down the 2-2 and then kill the 0-5 with Tyrion?
Yep.
Because otherwise, this Lightwell is just going to... It's already got pretty, good amount of value. And with being able to just, push out the hero powers every turn, like, yeah, the Druid can hero power him back, but you still create that board for that turn, like, they maybe can't be able, aren't able to squeeze it in.
Oh, man. This game is closer than it should be. Fell Reaver. Hello.
Oh,
It's-
that's actually good.
It's
Yeah,
a pretty
it
good
forces
card.
a double trade or just to leave it alone.
Oh, man, just taking damage. Like, can you really leave it alone?
Probably not on this health, no. Because you don't, if the weapon had 2 charges, tough one, but I think you have to just face
Keep a
tank
roll
it.
demand top deck.
Oh my.
Oh, well, that's.
Is there any
that's-
noble
a good one.
sacrifice
that's
left?
Yeah,
I
there
think
should
there is
be
one more.
noble sacrifice.
Leper, no, the
Oh.
burn.
Actually, good cards are burned. I mean, good cards for the Druid player because they were basically useless.
No force, no Savager.
So do you go face now that you have that much additional power on board?
Can you set up lethal for the next turn?
Well, you have no secrets.
Yeah, you put yourself to 21 though.
You force. I think you do attack face because you will force a trade. If Fell Reaver doesn't trade into your minions, you win, right? This is 10 damage right now, so you put them to 12, and you have exactly 13 next turn.
Yeah,
if
to,
they hero
to
power.
coincide with the hero power.
Yeah, that's exactly because of
Yeah,
that.
I think
those
you do.
numbers.
Yeah.
So you force a trade on. You basically will ask the Fell Reaver to attack into one of your minions.
Yeah, I mean the other option that you've got to weigh up is it's 2-turn lethal, but the Druid's top decking. So if he just kills this Fell Reaver, he still has a 6/6 and tokens every turn. So and then just carry it through on there. But
Yeah.
I like this play. Just you go aggressive.
It's still tough though, because, well, right now the Druid will have to trade into your minion because he dies otherwise. But if there will be something to deny you the kill, and Fell Reaver would connect to face, you're in trouble overall.
So if Fell Reaver, I mean, it's probably going to go into the 6/6. Do you actually use the weapon then to kill Fell Reaver, and then trade the 6/4 into?
That depends on the draw.
Depends what you draw.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like as a base. Obviously, if you draw something like
Yeah, like, you have
that's
to see what you
lethal, then
draw.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, but like something like Keeper of Uldaman, it really
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
what you will get.
Or a Belcher.
Yeah, shoot a Meebot, then you know what to do as well. But I think from the Druid's perspective, you definitely need to kill the 6/6, and you can also kill the 1/1.
Yeah, I think there's no reason not to, right?
Yeah.
You take the 1 damage regardless. You may as well just kill it. And yeah, you have to. So that's just lethal if he doesn't kill the 6/6. So
And you have one target that you can kill because it's a 6/6 instead of a 6/4.
yeah.
Which can be killed with a swipe. Abusive Sergeant, well.
Close.
By the way, Abusive Sergeant?
Right, abusive surgeon?
Rewind. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes
In
the beginning-
is good, right?
in
Tech?
the beginning it was a thing.
Oh.
So draw force of nature.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh man, that hurts. Athanas definitely distressed by that burn. That was
Okay, guys. So with the abusive sergeant draw, do you trade both into both minions, or do you not care about the juggler?
wait. So if you actually can you go face?
I think you just
Now
go
you can.
face.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the same issue as last turn, right? You set up lethal, so the Fell Reaver has to trade.
Oh, no!
What?
Well,
What are you scared of?
you did kill a lot of cards, right? There is no more double
force
force.
of nature, and it's
And
the swipe is on bad, like really bad.
How
is
about
swipe.
Ancient of Lore?
I
There's
don't
no
think it'll
Ancient of
play
Lore.
it in this deck, right?
Swipe?
Ancient of Law.
No, Ancient of Lore is not a card,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay, so you kill Tyrion, you kill the 2/1, and you hope that you will get a good draw
How many
Next.
cards has he left? Like
Not that many, actually.
4? Something about that, I think.
This game is really interesting. I would not expect this game to go into
He has one
subject war.
Innervate left.
Shredder.
Shredder versus Shredder.
But the dudes.
Yeah, well, this is interesting. This is like important now because the 1/1s are always one ahead now of the Druid. They can't just one for one with
Swipe.
the hero power.
Second swipe. No? Oh, Savage. Okay, so the swipe is the last card.
Savage
so
Roar.
go face.
Can you win?
Wait,
even?
here, Savage Roar. No. You have 5. You need to deal the 4 damage to the face. So your opponent is at 14. Swipe next turn to 10.
I think there is no way to win this. Like right now, because you are alive if you shapeshift, you should probably go for face, Savage Roar and go face. If you know your last card is a swipe, and if you know your last card is a swipe, you have to hope that your opponent doesn't kill the Shredder, and you still can't win. No, you will be able to win if you would go for that.
Wait, is it a swipe? Isn't it an Innervate?
I lost track of all the Fell
Yeah,
Reaver
I did
burns.
lose. Wait, what about Savage Combatant? Is that the Savage Combatant?
But that doesn't change much.
Shielded me, but
That's a good card.
Yeah, it's a decent card.
It's
Two,
confirmed
two.
right here, right now. Minibot.
Okay.
Good card. In case anyone didn't know.
can help you win, and it's a playing ground swipe.
The only option the Paladin has this turn. Yeah, he's playing around swipe with this Minibot play.
That's really good. A free. Oh, not Bagel!
Oh. Now, what is that card? Innervate? Yeah, it is an
Oh.
Innervate.
You see, Innervate is
someone
not
was
that
paying
good.
attention.
Innervate is not a great card, Lothar.
Yeah, when it's the last card. It's like the preparation. Yeah, it's a bad card when it's the 30th card.
So he's one off lethal,
Yeah, fun fact.
right?
Fun fact. He's actually not dead yet. No, wait. Actually, he's dead to
No.
fatigue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
No, one off. Okay, one
yeah,
off.
yeah, he's one off this turn, but yes, he's dead.
But I really wanted to see if not Bagel would draw a card. No. Oh man.
Got it.
Arneej got it. That was a convincing victory by a Paladin.
It was a very odd game. Interesting he took that version of Druid as well. Maybe just wants to sort of shake it up a little bit. I don't know whether he was playing that in Swiss or not. But yeah, just an interesting choice overall. We've just seen the power of like just standard mid-range Druid overall. So
He almost had it. Actually, if the cards would be milled in a different way, he might have just got it. If he gets like Force Nature Saboteur in the last, like if the last card is Force Nature, he just wins.
Yeah.
Well, that was
One swipe was being burned in the first burn sequence.
okay. Yeah, makes sense.
feels like so long ago.
That game took a while, but it was a very interesting ending overall. And the fact that he actually risked the Fell Reaver early, well, it didn't work out this time, but definitely worked out many times before.
Yeah, imagine if he got one swing in with that Fell Reaver.
Yeah,
Like, that would have actually changed a lot.
yeah. 8 damage would actually win the game right here, I think. Yeah.
You know, Secret Paladin and Agro Druid. Stuff happened.
Things happen.
I do think like overall, Secret Paladin has an advantage. Like it's not a good matchup for the for the aggressive druid.
I think drawing Carcammer, like for example, is pretty. I think that turn where he answered, he made the Fell Reaver 3/3, and then followed up with Carcammer is like, yeah, you know that's definitely going to lock a druid down. And even after that, it was close.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so now we are going to see this Paladin again, and this Paladin also had an interesting card. Abuse the Surgeon. What do you think about that one, Lothar?
Well, it was a card in the Secret Paladin in the first iterations of the deck, and I liked it because Paladin has so many ways to utilize the additional damage. Because you have the ways of producing minions that can benefit from the buff. You have a mini-bot which has a Divine Shield, and that's also a great way to use the buff. Some of the Secret Paladins were even playing Argent Squires, right? At the beginning, beginning
It was very
of
like
the deck.
even lower curve than it is now, like very aggressive.
With Divine Favors, of course.
All right, so we're going to see the mirror match.
And already it looks like Athanas has the huge advantage of the combination of going first and having a secret keep on the board.
But he mulligans away Mrs. Challenger. I think that's a mistake. I think you should keep it every single time, even if you're going first. Because you can always play your hero power to build board advantage. And without a Mysterious Challenger on turn 6, oh, never mind.
Continue. It's actually.
But I think without the Mysterious Challenger on turn 6, when you're playing a mirror match, when you're whoever has the Mrs. Challenger on turn 6 and the other player doesn't have it,
Yeah.
usually wins.
The thing is that if you keep Mystery's Challenger, if you lose the board early and then your opponent plays it on 5 because he has the coin, you lose. And it doesn't matter if you have Challenger or not. So I think like most of the time when you have the coin, you can keep it 100%. If you don't have a coin, you have to really think about it.
Yeah, I think it depends on your hand as well. So the Secret Keeper is really good, and if you had like Secret Keeper, Mini Bot Challenger, or Muster Challenger, then that makes it much more like reliable in terms of building that board up. Whereas because it was just keeping a single Secret Keeper, then maybe it was a bit too risky and only a 3-card draw to draw into some of the lower curve.
Yeah.
And we see even with the mulligan, he's got he's got turn 5, 6, and 8 sorted. He just needs the filler early on.
The filler on the 7.
Yeah, he just needs the 7, and to get to that point without being too far behind.
Oh man, playing the 1/1 actually works out for him there because now on turn 3 he can just avenge and play another dude.
This
but
is sick.
was there any worth into coining Cockhammer to kill the Secret Keeper?
Yeah, I like that a lot. You get a huge tempo swing in the upcoming 3 turns.
Yeah, and I think the second you underestimate Secret Keeper in the Paladin mirror is when you lose. Like,
well,
it's-
you can't
it's
play
so
your
good.
own secrets from hand.
Exactly,
So
and
it's kinda
for all
sad.
you know, your opponent has 3 secrets in hand, right? And it's like it can just be crazy.
Trading? Why? Okay, that's crazy, right? Call me crazy, but that was really unexpected.
Yeah, that's not protect. Well, the Secret Keeper would still die.
I'm just trying to work out what he was actually playing around, like what the purpose of that play. Because killing Creeper can be good just to reduce the death rattle effect, but how does the death rattle effect affect you negatively when you've got that board?
Juggler, I guess.
Yeah, potentially. Juggler on 3 though feels fine. Like
But you want to have more minions for Blessing of Kings on turn 4.
Well,
Yeah.
you do have Avenge, so you know if your opponent starts trading, you'll be able to attack with Avenge. But then if there is a Cockhammer, as we see, it doesn't work out that well. Now there's a
Well,
Juggler in the dude, at
He
least.
got the juggler, so that's something.
now he just
needs
needs
to
to
hit
hit.
it.
Yeah.
The
Look at
juggler
this.
50-50.
The hover over. The hover over.
Wow.
That's definitely gonna help.
It's like
Was he teabagging actually?
I think he
Knife chocolate
he
tea
wanted
like
it
in
to
a spider.
he wanted it to
Oh,
smell the
it
spider.
worked.
It works 100% time.
Oh man, now
You heard it here first, guys.
we're going to see it in every tournament now.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go back after tonight, go on ladder, and be like, "I'm just gonna hover over this." I've been told it works.
60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
Well, it worked right there.
Well, this is pretty nice, and like you said, Lothar. Even though he didn't coin it out, getting the Coghammer is so good because 2 attack deals with so many of the early Paladin minions, and obviously we saw the benefit of Divine Shield, sort of making your opponent like having like a really like awkward turn to try and deal with that.
Yeah, and Arneej has a dream. Like I
This
think
is getting scary.
at this point you just have to go for face. You just start. You just need to start doing tempo stuff.
Yeah, I think you go face because there's never like an option for your opponent not to trade Shredder in here. Like, what's your opponent going to play, right? And he can't coin Challenger because of Lothar, so that's actually huge. The benefit of having the coin to try and pull the Challenger out quicker is actually just completely negated.
It's really tough.
Yep, that's true.
So what do you do? Juggler into shield minibot? I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
he couldn't.
Oh.
Actually, he could have trained.
Yeah,
now.
would you not have gone for the clear there?
I would actually think that you trade first and then
Yeah,
play
judge.
juggler.
Yeah.
Well, there was a small chance that it would not work. Both juggles going to face, and then you have a 5/1 Lothar that still deals 5 damage.
Well, you go for the juggles when you can, right? You can win
I
the
think-
game.
I think the thing is, like, when you're behind and they've built up a good board with Lothar, then you're expecting Challenger. You need to play risky because then
Yeah.
the Challenger with a full Lothar is now just really. What do you even do at this point? Like, your own Challenger just feels too. You've got a lot of minions, but your own Challenger just feels a bit too late now.
Well, it does block a 5/5 attack. Well, it can actually. You can go for Lothar and maybe try to kill it, but then like there's not really.
There's just so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
redemption.
I suppose the only benefit that obviously we can see is that if he plays, I mean, I guess the Challenger's fine, obviously, but if he didn't have the Noble Sacrifice as well, he can get Noble Sacrifice on board and then just kill this Lothar. and then the 6/6 or the got avenge, right? So it's
Yeah, you need
9,
to
8.
play the Messiah Challenger.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because then it soaks the attack, right?
And try killing both minions, the 5/5 and 2/1, so that the 9/8
that
actually.
was
Now we need
crucial.
one more.
Well, he can still attack into it with the Night Juggler if things go bad. That was a miss,
Yeah,
but
he has to attack.
yeah, he definitely. needs to
The
attack.
drop from the Shredder, though, I mean, you're pretty okay with a 4/3.
Yeah,
Yep.
those
definitely.
legs, man, those legs.
I usually watch like the upper on the. Usually watch on the upper part of the scribbles.
The horns.
Yes, exactly.
The wings, right? So yeah, this noble sacrifice is really going to slow Athanas down, but he does, he's got plenty of options here, and he's not presented with anything too close to lethal right now anyway.
Imagine this poor guy just jumping right in, get down, and blocking 10 damage.
He gets crushed. What's more scary is imagine just Mustafa battle in hand. Just be like, oh, that's game. Okay, so did the Avenger go on the mini-bot there?
I think so.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. I mean, the power's just spread across multiple minions, and we can see that the Aldor Peacekeeper's got an okay target in the 6/6, I guess, but that's still a hell of a lot.
By the way,
damage.
Athanas is playing Peacekeeper.
I knew you were going to say. I was waiting. I wanted to fly under the radar with that one, but yeah, that is a card you can put in this deck.
Skaka was playing Peacekeeper in his own Secret Paladin as well.
Well, this draw is nice.
You can clear
Easily. Yeah. You should run the 2/1 into the 3/3, the
But
1/5
yeah,
into the 2/2.
Isn't the Dr. Boom and Noble Sacrifice better? Because you have 3 juggles.
Yeah, but you can coin Blessing of Kings, one of the minions that you don't trade with, and go face, right?
Yeah.
This
yeah,
game
that's
actually
right.
looks pretty.
Or even equip the True Silver, actually,
Yeah.
because you gain the heal there, so
Yeah,
you're even safer.
definitely.
Like, either or. But
I mean, it's not exactly safer because you want to have a more developed board anyway, right? So why don't you just go for the Blessing of Kings this turn? No, wait, actually.
yeah, I think it's better
better
because it's two weapon attacks
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
over 2 turns
Yeah, yeah.
and heal. And the thing is with Blessing of Kings, if something like Keeper of Alderman comes down, then yeah, you get the burst damage this turn, but it gets negated the following turn.
Well, even Tyrion, like,
Oh, he's going for the
Oh,
Blessing of
going for
Kings.
the push.
Oh, okay.
but he needs an owl for Tyrion overall, I feel.
He can
Does he? He can
no,
just
he can-
trade.
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
just
but then
trade.
Ashbringer is dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah,
But
but
then you have Noble
you have-
Sacrifice.
You have Noble Sacrifice and True Silver Champion.
So you can.
No, you have Noble Sacrifice and boom.
Yeah, I'm just meaning
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get out of
yeah,
range
yeah, yeah.
over time, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you're right, actually. So basically,
And a
you
Belcher now, so.
you would win next turn,
I
but
think-
you will be one of lethal.
I think this game's just over anyway.
Yeah,
Because with Noble Sacrifice and Belcher and the True
And how
Silver.
can Paladin even burst?
Yeah, because there's only Ashbringer, right? So you
Well, he needs Consecration to kill the
could- second part of Belcher.
9/1 dude.
Yeah.
Because that's what's scary.
Yeah, true.
Oh, because it doesn't even die.
Yeah, it's just that there's just so many issues now because there's so much damage on board, and then there's almost nothing in the game that can kill him from 10 health with the Noble Sacrifice, and then he has a Belcher, and then he can do Belcher True Silver next turn, and then the game's just spiraled away here, and that's actually pretty crazy.
No, that was a Consecration. I mean, it can still be 8 damage from the bombs.
Yeah. Well,
7 would do.
can you buy yourself one more turn? Like if the bomb hits face, it's over, right?
Oh my god.
Good sequencing from Athanas here to get more targets for the bombs.
Yep.
But they will hit face anyway. At least one. And that's one of lethal. Call it crazy, but that you
No,
can't
th-
attack now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, he can't attack
Oh, and
because
he's dead.
Yeah.
Aw.
And to be fair, you can't not attack in that situation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't
most
you
likely.
can't just be like, oh well, I won't attack and give him more turns to kill me on. So yeah, I mean, crazy game.
Yeah, and you cannot expect a True Silver champion coming as well. So Arneej is winning the mirror match, even though Athanas had a really good opening there.
Actually, when we talked about the True Silver Champion and Blessing of Kings, the Tyrion was the deciding factor to play
The
Blessing
Blessing
of
of
Kings
Kings, yeah.
instead of the
'Cause
True
you don't
Silver
take the
Champion.
damage,
Yes, you don't take damage at all.
Yeah,
And
and even
you
the
still
extra bonus
leave-
of 1 extra
Yeah,
health,
yeah.
was pretty huge. Yeah.
So you get
Aggressive
additional
approach was better.
threat.
Yeah.
Athanas is actually going to be a little bit disappointed with that game, I think.
Well, he had the perfect curve mostly.
Yeah,
right?
well, the thing is, he was 1-0 down, which never feels good. And then in the Paladin mirror, you start really well and look like you're just easily on top all game. And then it just swings backwards, and then suddenly he's 2-0 down and got what he cannot lose a game now, or he gets knocked out.
Well, he has a warrior left.
Warlock, I think.
Warlock.
Yeah,
okay.
Warlock. Yeah, so this is going to be, especially if that's Freeze Mage and this Warlock's like Zoo, for example, like it's going to be really difficult.
And when you think about it, he got those crazy juggles right in the beginning. Like if he wouldn't kill the spider, that would also be a huge game changer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It must just feel really bad that it looked like look at this. Like it looked like everything went right, and then just over the course of like 1 to 2 turns, it just went so wrong very quickly. And that doesn't normally actually happen in Secret Paladin. Normally, whoever starts snowballing actually just continues on to win the game.
Yeah, that's right. But this game was really nice overall with that swap. Okay, so the last deck, I will have to say this is probably Zoo.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can judge Athanas by his 2 deck choices already that he favors.
You can judge him by his deck choices.
already
He's a
been
terrible
judged.
person who's playing Druid in there.
Yeah,
Verdict
Secret
is
Paladin.
Zoo.
He plays aggro. I'm sure that this is like some sort of leper gnome.
Oh my god. No, Murloc Zoo. That would be so good. That'd be so
Mech
sick.
Zoo?
Yeah, that could be a thing. Get those Fel Cannons. That's the card, right?
Fel can, but they can't hit face, right?
They can't hit face.
Yeah.
It's
that
all about
doesn't
just
work.
tapping to
Yeah,
get
but
your
still,
max.
look, it's a mech, okay?
I guess
Fel reverse
Zoo
and
it is.
back. That works.
So which Zoo now? If this is Zoo, if we are set on that because Lothar already judged him, is this the Leroy version, Sea Giants, or Bran into Gormog?
It has to be the most obnoxious version with every single charge minion.
Wow.
Even Stone Tusk Boar?
Yes. From the Dark Battler.
Stone Tusk
Okay.
Boar was actually played, I think, by far about once in a competitive match overall.
Well, it was played at the beginning in the Hunters
Yeah.
with the
Unleash
old
the Hounds.
Unleash the Hounds version.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
Reno.
like a staple in that. Oh, look at
So
that! I
you
was wrong.
Stop judging people, Lothar.
Yeah. I'm
Lesson
gonna
learned.
stop talking at all.
Okay. Well, if this is a Reno lock, this changes things, and this will make it an okay matchup for Reno lock. It's not a. It's really close to the coin flip, but I think if Reno lock has an okay opening,
I think it's just reliant on AoE more than anything.
Yeah.
You need to, like, building up, like, turn 3 or 4, you need to AoE the board down and make Mysterious Challenger a bit poor on its, on its own. Because then you have follow-ups like Siphon Soul, Big Game Hunter to be able to deal with the singular Mysterious Challenger. And also, you just can't let them build up a board and keep it, because then Reno doesn't heal enough, which sounds silly because it puts you onto full health. But the amount of pressure you can apply, like, you really do just need the Hellfire, the Shadow Flame, or a good Demon Wrath early on. Like we saw in the game earlier with, like, the Demon Wrath on a board full of 1/1s.
yeah, definitely. Do you throw away Acidic Swampus though? It's like a good minion to trade in the beginning, especially if you are able to deal with
I think
Shield Minibot.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, you could ooze and ooze a Light's Justice, but as Reno lock, you don't really care about the 1 damage, right?
Okay.
So I think it's better to keep hold of it and just focus on tapping early on.
You're right. So it was like he really wanted to get Demon Wrath, and he got it, so that's nice. And Big Game Hunter is also another great card for Reno lock, because that's a great way to deal with Mysterious Challenger.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good opening hand. Even in Gang Boss, he's really good to then start trading away with the tokens with the Paladin.
Definitely. And then Arneej got an okay opening himself. Like he's able to
Oh
put the
my
early
God,
pressure.
This is sick.
Yeah,
So-
Reno lock has everything now.
Yeah.
Almost.
And what's awesome here is he can actually just take the shield. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
He doesn't
I
need
maybe would have
to.
take the shield off the minibot because then Must looks too good not to play because you can ping off the Chow and then you just Demon Wrath and like just wipe the whole board.
Sure. Well, we can still do it next turn, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he got the benefit here where he forced the trade regardless, so, this is still fine.
This is perfect for Reno
Yeah,
lock.
and then you Demon Wrath, and then you also still have Hellfire, and then suddenly the game looks very difficult.
You
for
don't even
Paladin.
need. You don't even need Reno. Like this is just too good.
Yeah, you just slow them down, and because of this in Gang Boss, the odds on him having something left by the time Challenger comes out to attack, to prop the Noble Sacrifice, is quite high. So then you just do that in BGH, and then Paladin's just like, yeah, okay, bro.
He's flipping the table.
Pretty much, yeah.
Noble Sacrifice is quite nice here.
Is it?
Well, you do protect your 2/3.
Well, that's a Hellfire. If you really want to, like, get over with it.
True, true.
But it's not a good card right now. Probably just gonna tap, and that's about it.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. As Renolog, you're happy. You dealt with the early aggression. Paladin's running out of cards.
You could go crazy here in Arcane Golem.
Oh
no, listen,
my
listen.
God.
There's crazy logic, right?
What?
So at the moment, the Imp Gang boss has still got like causing minions on the board. You want to be able to proc Noble Sacrifice from the Challenger to Big Game Hunter it on an empty board. So you accelerate his Mysterious Challenger to then make sure the BGH lands.
Superb plan, and you like thin out his deck to ensure that he will get better draws.
And he also accelerates.
But it doesn't matter.
Dr.
But
Boom.
he would have rage quit by then. That's the plan. That's the end game of that
sure.
plan.
So you
Okay,
basically
then.
do not care about Dr. Boom.
Weapons ready.
Shielded Minibot is actually rotating out.
Oh, too bad.
I like the
It just
card.
gets replaced by a 2/3 Divine Shield for 2. That would be so funny.
Power creep.
Yeah.
The
Oh
new
my God.
expansion.
Muster for battle summon 4/1/1s.
Oh my.
Muster for
Without
war.
the weapon, bad.
Oh yeah, to balance it out. Oh my God.
Funny
Okay.
enough, I think that it will be actually be balanced.
It's
more
like we're
balanced
laughing.
than
It's like, oh no, that might actually work. Oh my God.
Yeah, weapon helps too much in the early game overall. Okay, so Belcher it is, and he can still continue trading.
Yeah. Trying to work out whether Hellfire feels better there, but I think Belcher's fine because you can't really clear everything, right? So Hellfire would have left a minion open. If you're gonna leave one, then you may as well leave a couple.
Well, Mysterious Challenger on the board where we do have minions. That feels good.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with like if you're gonna leave like 1 to 2 minions up, then the effect with Mysterious Challenger is almost just as bad, right?
Was there actually any merit in going for True Silver Champion this turn? True Silver Champion killed the 3/5 with this and the 1/2 attack maybe. Then
I think he can be okay with just trading this board if he really wants to. Because then anything that attacks dies from the Noble Sacrifice. And although he loses the 2/3, the Divine Shield stays and he gets 2 more tokens. So a larger chance for the... the same chance for the Avenge to hit onto a minion that isn't Mysterious Challenger.
oh man, I honestly can't see a really good way for Arneej to secure this game. Just looking at the hand of
Yep.
Athanas.
Hellfire,
Twisting
Big Game
Nether.
Hunter, Heal
Big Game
Bot,
Hunter.
Twisting
Yes,
Nether.
it's like Alex Straz as well.
Yeah, I like this play though. This is good. You just want to remove the big threats, or like the bigger threats, should I say? A Sludge Belcher isn't actually a big threat on its own. But this is nice. And then like even if he doesn't choose to like trade that well, Comp Spirit's going to probably get some value as well.
True. Alright, so this turn might not be the best overall. Like you cannot deal with the board unless the Avenge lands on the 3/2. So you might actually go for Sylvanas.
Yeah, I think Sylvanas is fine here.
Wait, why don't you just check for the Avenge first, and then if it lands on the 6/6, you just pick him hunter that.
Oh yeah. You attack first. Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, if it misses. Whoops.
What?
Yeah, the Noble Saxon in hand, right?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you attack into the 1/1 first then?
He thought there was no difference because there's obviously Noble
You
Sacrifice.
always play around the secrets if you can, right?
Yeah, you always do that. It's like
Yeah.
a habit you have to develop. Because
Yeah.
someone may actually not play Noble Sacrifices, and you know,
Someone may not have it active.
I think
then
it
you look
actually-
like a fool.
It actually happened in one game in the Hearthstone Champions League where Ecop attacked into Mysterious Challenger and Ostkaka was playing only 1 Noble Sacrifice in the deck and he just slammed into it with face.
Okay, I mean, maybe this was the...
Ooh.
Oh, that tapped first, Mind Games. But yeah, this was obviously the idea there. To go for
Wait,
Hellfire
what just
instead.
happened?
He Hellfired
Yeah, but why?
to clear the board.
Yeah, but you just got a 5/3, 6/3. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
but
5/3.
so I suppose, did he have a better way to clear if the Avenge didn't go on Mysterious Challenger? Then how did he kill the 6/6? And the other minions, and one of them's Avenged.
I don't know, but it looks bad now.
He wants to create a worse situation to create excitement.
I don't know, I think that Hellfire was okay from what I recall of the board state. Because
Sure.
if the Avenge didn't go in the Challenger, then he's in probably more trouble anyway. And there was a Comp Spirit down, right?
Did you have to
No, it
attack
wasn't.
at all?
Was it not?
No.
Well, there was 3 secrets, wasn't there?
But it could have.
Oh, it
It
would've-
would have triggered.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
the,
yeah,
on
yeah.
the mini board, and it was just on the Avenge.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just slam Sylvanas last turn. That's not Avenge, sorry.
Well, now we just heal. You get 9 damage to the face. Now it's competitive spirit though. No, wait, it's not.
No, he played the Noble Sacrifice from hand, right?
Yeah,
So it was
right,
Repentance
right, yeah.
that was the missing secret.
Yeah. Is this enough damage? Not really.
No, that's 11.
11.
11, but your opponent doesn't have a way of like use. Do you use the
A twisting nether.
twisting nether
Yeah,
this
you
turn,
do.
and then you Alexstrasza yourself next turn?
Yeah, I think. Why not? Twisting nether is quite good here. If you cannot deal with the 5-3, you have to do something about it.
Especially because you use the weapon as well now. Like,
Yeah.
I think like it's almost
Definitely.
guaranteed that you make the play now because the weapon's gone.
Yeah, and you have an answer for a possible Tyrion. I mean, like, it will be late if the Tyrion hits next turn, but Sylvanas played preemptively will answer the Tyrion overall. So twisting nether just to remove a 5-3 and a dude, because you have
5-3 with Divine Shield though, so that's worth a
Okay.
bit more, right?
Yeah, it's
Depends on where the
alright.
sound like. And plus, we get to see an awesome animation.
Is there a
which
card
the
that can
most
just
important
win right now? No, Paladin will not be able to burst.
Leroy.
before.
part. Out of
This,
nowhere.
this is not a deck that plays Leroy. He does
Hey,
play the
We didn't think it played
abusive.
Abusive Sergeant,
Yeah.
man.
You think there's a Leroy there?
Hey,
somewhere?
look. We'll see.
Well, he's not out of the woods yet.
It's
Alexstrasza.
actually 4 damage next turn at least.
Well,
right?
but Alexstrasza is kind of saving him here.
He puts him to 11. Is there any reason? Yeah, you just Alexstrasza.
yeah, there's not a way. You don't have any tones.
Yeah, either way,
You're
you
dead
just
on
die.
board, so kind
You
of
probably heal. Yeah, it's probably a good play,
probably
right?
a good play to heal.
Paladin is pressuring so hard here.
Oh,
Master.
That's okay. You've seen Hellfire and Demon Wrath, right?
Yep.
So you've seen 2 AoEs and,
And
sorry,
Twisting
3
Nether.
with Twisting Nether.
So
So
only Shadow Flame.
this is, and you know what? If he's Alexstrasza himself, he doesn't have Reno. Because
That's
there's no way you wouldn't Reno
Yeah.
over Alexstrasza.
Well, not
unless you
yet.
play one double copy of something, and he didn't draw.
He's like,
Oh man, look at that top deck. He can destroy the weapon.
That's actually heal for 4.
Deny
Over
for
4
damage.
turns. It's like
yeah.
it's like
Do
a dot, but
And
it's
I-
not damage. It's heal, so it's
It-
hot.
It is actually relevant.
I want to
Hot
see.
is healing over time, kind of. So
Yeah,
it's-
so what,
oh yeah,
that's what
okay.
I had. What I said.
I want to see the dice roll on the mind control tech to steal the 1/2 taunt here.
And deal damage to the face.
He's going for
Where's-
it.
But
He's doing it again.
It's noble
Wow,
sacrifice,
he's
right?
teabagging again.
Oh,
Ooh.
So this
Works 50% of the time.
is wait.
50% still good, right?
Yeah.
It's five damage still only, and you can play Arcane Golem to kill the 1/2.
Is it noble sacrifice now? I'm getting so confused with these secrets.
No, yeah.
He's
I
not
think
attacked yet, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I kind of like Sylvanas. Because, like, so far.
Those double sacrifices, man. They both like 18 damage this game, this match.
Yeah.
Well, Paladin cannot win this yet. Like, he can on top get 4 damage, being Blessing of Kings.
So. So he wanted to play the Use, so that's why he played the Lothar, but I think I would have just favoured Sylvanas there.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
It's
still,
like-
why? You can just die to Blessing of Kings, or
You can
no,
die to
you-
Blessing of Kings anyway, it's 9 mana.
No,
right?
You can't.
he
It's
couldn't.
9 damage.
there was 9 damage. Wait, I was 5 on board, right?
Yeah, so Blessing of Kings is on 9.
Yeah, and if he would not ooze, then it will be 10. Okay, so yeah, still, you're right. Sylvanas was a bit better.
I mean, was it? She won't die anyway, right?
Yeah, I just mean like the Lothar effect doesn't change anything from a top deck, right?
Anyway, Reno Jackson will be top deck right now.
Reno Jackson, Siphon
Oh,
Soul.
that's,
yeah, that's
that's good
reasonable.
enough.
Yeah, it can save him, but it's funny because he needs to trade with those minions, and Paladin is still dealing damage. Shadow Flame would be amazing as well. It's also an out. Do you tap into Shadow Flame? Well, you definitely Siphon Soul, one of them, probably 3/2, and then you
Yeah.
tag into 2 1/1s, and there's how much damage? 3 damage left. So you are safe. Unless Divine Favor.
I was wondering, was it better to Siphon Soul the Divine Shield? So you'd lose 1 minion, but gain 3 attack. So maybe it'll be faster
You're right.
to actually just, gain that 3 attack immediately, as opposed to the potential stacking of 3 attacks over multiple turns.
Actually, he's thinking about going for face, and I like
I think
it.
you have to.
Yeah, you're not dead to afford +4 damage.
Yeah, he's just not dead next turn, like,
Yeah.
he's just not.
And can
And he
you
has so many, like, he's got Arcane Golem for some additional burst.
can you get a kill next turn then? This is 9,
He can die.
17,
yeah.
20. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, definitely if nothing is being killed.
yeah,
And
this is game for the Paladin now, right?
12, 17,
Because he's
21.
trading the minions, so he's
Yeah,
never going to push the Warlock hard enough.
Yeah, well, he has lethal in hand, basically. Like, Warlock has lethal. Like, even after trading, there's basically Arcane Golem.
Yep.
16. Yep, enough. And you know, this is you face double noble sacrifice, but just in case. So this means that Athanas is still alive with his Reno lock.
Now it all depends what kind of decks did Arneej bring.
Yeah, because suddenly, like, you know, Reno Lock versus, say, Freeze Mage, I think it's not too bad for the Reno Lock.
It's not.
If it's played, like, it's not amazing. You can still, you know, it's not like a sure thing, but I think it's definitely okay as long as you can manage your resources properly.
Which decks?
If Reno Lock versus, say, Freeze Mage.
Yeah, it's good for Reno lock passively.
Yeah.
And then if there's a Zoo, that's also good for Reno lock. So maybe this Reno lock is positioned perfectly to win this match.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really, yeah. Another like really close game as well. Like it was pretty crazy. The fact that you know that just showcased what Secret Paladin can be like towards late game, where you're literally top decking cards that just don't have any real impact on the board unless you get into those Dr. Boom or Tyrion or you know like, even like a Shredder or something. But when you top deck like a Creeper,
yeah, but
or a
honestly,
Secret,
Raven, it was closer than it should have been. Because, like, looking at that start, Zombie Chow into Mgangbos, into Demon Wrath, into... actually, that Hellfire was a bit iffy in one moment where Mr.
Yeah, I
Challenger was
wasn't
playing.
sure
yeah,
that the
this
Hellfire
this
was
moment where the minibot came out.
Yeah. But overall, like, the start was amazing for the Reno log, and it seemed that there is no chance that Paladin can come back. But Paladin kept being really close, near killing Athanas.
Yeah, Alex Straza actually saving the day there because Reno decided to just not show up for work for this match. So
Imagine if you would
kinda
play
rough.
Jaraxxus instead.
Same outcome.
Mostly.
Yeah, it would have just been over quicker,
Damage.
wouldn't it? Because you can spawn the 6/6 and attack with a weapon.
Yeah, in that
Yeah,
case, I guess.
yeah. I would actually
Jaraxxus would be a
spiral
bit
out of
better.
Because you
control.
prot the noble sacrifice the turn you play
Yeah.
Draxus, right? So
Yep.
imagine if he isn't playing Reno. He's like,
Wow.
Alex Straza healed to 15.
What a
will be enough."
hipster. I'm just playing one-offs because I like it. I don't play Reno Jackson.
Yeah, I just like the challenge. Alex
Yeah.
Straza will heal me to 15.
Well, the
that's
Raven,
okay.
we did
Exactly.
face that before. Remember Strife Cross Reno lock without Reno?
Oh, yeah. And
We
Oh
actually
my God,
had
that was
like we had I
ridiculous.
think
Was it three?
three or four
games?
3 or 4 games when Strife was playing Reno lock, and he just never got Reno.
Yeah, just didn't draw it.
Well, maybe he didn't have it. Did you ask him?
Well, he did have it. We saw it in the 5th game. I
Yeah,
think,
it was really like, and then the game he drew it, he didn't need it. So it's just
like he never needed it. Actually, he was
Yeah.
winning with that deck.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Athanas, well, he might not be needing the Reno as well, but it's useful versus most of the matches. Like you mostly mulligan for Reno in the aggro matchups as well.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's like it's a tough one because as we saw earlier, like a deck like Shaman can just beat you on turn 5, so it doesn't matter. So this
Okay, it's Freeze Mage.
and this is the more of the standard Freeze Mage and not Laughing's list that we saw Crane play at the start of today. Or was that yesterday? Wow.
That
It's-
was the beginning of the
Yesterday it was
tournament.
Swiss,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's all blended into one. So this is the more standard version with Antonidas in, and that's like one of the win conditions of you just cycle into more fireballs. Whereas the deck Crane was playing just had more like direct burn and probably I think more card draw as well.
And it would probably be a bit better versus Reno lock because this matchup is all about sustaining yourself. So Freeze Mage will try to kill Reno with burst, and Reno will try to never give Freeze Mage a chance.
Yep.
So keep yourself healthy at 30. After Alexstrasza, play Reno to get back to 30, and if they and deal with Alexstrasza. So you need to have some kind of board pressuring the Freeze Mage.
Yeah.
But overall, you should be able to win in Fatigue, where Freeze Mage just runs out of burn cards, and it's Fatigue, which doesn't actually...
I think what the Freeze Mage needs to do here is actually really get the best Emperor off they can, and then threaten like lethal from like 18-ish health or 17 health.
Yeah.
So then it forces like a bit of an awkwardish Reno, and then you Alex Straza. But getting that pressure on without burning too much of your spells is definitely going to be tough.
Infinite fireballs, basically, right?
Oh, there's the Reno too.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like a good Thanos and, like Frostball, Ice Lance with maybe a Fireball. Like,
Okay.
that's a lot of damage. It's just getting to the point where they feel forced into Reno as opposed to getting a really good, like a Reno from
definitely,
10 health or something is insane versus a Reno from nearly 20.
The question is also, like, does Arneej actually play a Pyroblast? Or is this the no Pyroblast version? I think Pyroblast is becoming a real standard. in
Yeah,
all
I think it's
Freeze
becoming
Mages now.
super standard, yeah. What's a tough part for the Reno lock, actually, is that a lot of the cards aren't that relevant against Freeze Mage. So the AoEs, for example,
Yeah,
that are so powerful we saw versus Paladin, suddenly are a bit like dead cards. And the second you sat with dead cards, and you can only tap for so long in Reno, so it can be a little bit rough as we see the
Twisting
Demon
Nether
Wrath.
on empty board. I've seen that.
Yeah, we have seen like
Free-
6 twisted metals
Oh,
today,
God,
so
please.
Yeah.
Please, I don't need the reminders.
Lord
my
Walker
God.
Joe. In one game.
Yep.
That
well, the Marino Jackson can actually pressure Freeze Mage with this opening.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like, do you really want to play it on 6? You want to keep it versus Extraza. And versus Freeze Mage, most of the time, just pressuring them is so awkward because you do try to have some action on board and then you get locked out, you lose your board, and Freeze Mage is still in a good position.
But you have to win at some point.
That's
somehow.
right, that's right. And actually, this Reno Alok has a good win condition, which is Arcane Golem, Faceless, and PO, so can deal a lot of damage out of nowhere. So you don't need to get Mage to like 10 health or whatever. You can actually pop the block from, what, 16, is it?
Yeah, like the average is 16 standard, I guess, because you're removing things like the Dark Peddler giving you another PO and things like that. I think you just have to go for the pretty standard Arcane Golem 1 PO and Faceless.
There is a Torch, though. I like the fact that Torch is actually back in the decks.
Interesting.
I think you just play the Doomsayer this turn.
I think it's rough because you're not under any immediate like massive pressure at the moment because you've still got quite a high health total on the Secret Orb.
But you want to
Um,
play Emperor next turn, right?
Not yet, I think.
Why not? You have Frostbolt, Icelands, and Fireball in hand.
I
So
think
you
I'll-
can generate fireballs if you draw Antonidas.
Yeah, but I think you will want to wait to have more cards. Like, you're not in a rush, are you?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think it's really difficult. It really does just depend on how the game plays out here and like when that Reno is used. But I think you really want to push for a super strong Emperor. And now maybe you can just Frost Nova Doomsayer if he really feels like it.
I think
Um,
Blizzard is fine. Or like not even... You might even just maybe ping and pass to get more value out of those cards. It's only 7 damage.
Yeah, I just think like
Seven?
I
That's
think like
quite a lot.
yeah, I think the Frost Nova Doomsayer is like reasonable because you're not too bothered about them being reduced. But the issue here is that the Mage is just missing card draw.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
not
big
getting the
problem.
cycle at all. There's no Acolyte we've seen. We've seen Mad Scientist in the deck of 1 card by drawing the Secret. But there's no like Loot Hoarders or Novice Engineers depending on what he's playing. So
Arcane Intellect.
yeah, no Arcane Intellect, which is huge. So this is not the position you want to be in versus Reno because they have more cards than you and they'll continue to do so.
Yeah, that's why I think you have to take the damage like a man, because you don't have enough to be able to stall this game. You just need to draw things, and if you spend if you spend Nova and Doomsayer this turn or Blizzard, you will run out of those cards when it matters, when there is like more damage than 7 on board.
And there's the combo as well. So he does have it in hand. Hasn't had it reduced or anything, so we're not going to see it for a few turns yet. But just having it available is actually pretty huge because the Mage is your only real answer to like popping a block quite early. Is like trying to get an Alexstrasza down to self-heal, or like just Ice Block, Ice Barrier, and then hoping you can't proc that through 8. But as we can see on the board now, this 7 damage a turn is actually really going to stack up pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And the combo like might be the free card combo, but you can also just use the power overall and make Arcane Golem to pop the block if possible. And then you
Yeah,
have
like
the Dark
you
Bomb.
pretty much pop the block as soon as possible. I don't think
Yeah.
and also that we've seen, I believe this weekend, is Faceless on Antonidas.
Yeah,
is a
that
thing.
works. That works.
Yeah, so when you get the Warlock with unlimited fireballs, it gets kind of scary.
Sounds hilarious. We actually saw that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we saw it earlier.
Yeah.
We had trouble counting lethal because we didn't assume that
We're like,
Warlock can
this
get the
doesn't
fireballs.
Yeah.
Compute at all.
Makes no sense. Must quit.
Whoa, so we might get a second PO here. Which won't do too much, actually, because he's already in range of popping with just the combo.
Definitely.
The only issue with popping with just the combo, for example, is you pop them on 8, right?
I
So
probably
you can't bring them lower, but the next attack's going to be important. If
Actually,
you can get pull
it's
off
not even
one
about the PL. Like for next, if he gets even like an Elven Archer from the Dark Peddler, he will.
more. I
be
did
able
not
to
expect
stun
you
block.
to talk about that card. Just
But
the
there's
build-
always ball control, so.
yeah.
Yeah, the Boar is also good. Like basically, he will just need 1 more damage next turn to pop the block, if there is nothing being done.
Let's go, Blizzard. Fal knows Blizzard. Let's go. We need that cycle.
Yeah, I like Fall. Oh man, this is so tough. This is such a bad position for
I
Arne.
think the problem is, in a perfect world for the mage, you'd want Thanos reduced and then do big spell damage burst.
Yeah.
But it's
Not
not a perfect world. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I completely agree with this. You value the cycle way more than the spell power. You don't even really care too much about killing off the Argus that the spell power gives there. You just
No, not
you just
really.
want the cycle and to slow this attack down.
Oh man, Lothab is also great after you pop the block. Or maybe you can even pop the block and Lothab the same turn.
Are there any like big impact 1-mana cards that aren't like PO or Soulfire? So in versus Freeze Mage, I don't think there's anything too
Not
crazy.
really.
Dragon Egg's okay actually. I don't
Why not?
mind Dragon Egg.
Clockwood Gnome.
Squire
Yeah,
is one
spare
damage
part.
that's actually that can maybe stay on board and will help you to deal the 1 damage that's missing. Or is it missing now? Like the situation's changed a bit. Clockwork Gnome can be troublesome because you get a spare part and you can burn a card.
Oh, and I really like this Sylvanas play.
But you can get a switch. And you can switch a Doomsayer, or you can switch an all minion because it has more HP to
True.
attack. Get additional burst.
This Sylvanas is so good because at this point in the game, like for him to come back, you're really expecting something crazy with Antonidas or, you know, Alexstrasza coming down and pressuring that way. But like Sylvanas is just like, yep, play a
But
minion, like play one.
This turn we'll see Doomsayer on board, Roaring... No, wait, that's Roaring Torch? That's 6 damage. Okay, then never mind. I was thinking that's the smaller torch. But you can still get your opponent to steal the Doomsayer and get
Yeah, and clear the
immediate-
board.
Can
yeah.
he go for the burst? Like this is 5, 12,
I don't think he can afford to.
16 damage. That
I think he
can deal.
might have to do the board clear play.
If you deal 17, no, you'll not have enough.
Well, you can use Frostbolt,
Interesting.
but you probably would like to keep it for the Iceland because Frostbolt
Yeah.
has 4 damage right now. So you can Frostbolt the Sylvanas, sacrifice the Falnos, play Doomsayer, ping Sylvanas.
Yeah, I like that. It removes a lot of damage off the board. And you just can't leave Sylvanas up, right? Like, you just
The only
can't.
problem is that you remove yourself from with the Frostbolt, and you would like to keep the Frostbolt for
I think
Antonidas.
Yeah, I think
So-
Fireball is the best one because
Yeah,
the Torch is
probably.
cheaper and does the same job.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Frostbolt Iceland is really, really powerful. So you get the sort of fancy, fun play of forcing your opponent into a Doomsday so it clears the board this turn.
He knew it.
He
knew
knew
it.
it.
He was ready.
The problem now is like he's started to use Burn to deal with the board, which is okay, but he's still not seeing Reno, and he's not even close to bringing the Warlock low enough to even use it, and he's still not seeing a heal bot.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is just looking pretty rough actually.
But on the other hand, like we don't have the kill yet. Like he can pop the block, but it doesn't matter. So you want to get your opponent lower for sure.
I don't know. Would you not pop the block?
Probably not. Like being at 16, like what does it give you? You can actually trap your opponent. Like if you play minions now, and if you're able to get the mage lower and then pop the block and play Lotham on the same turn,
Yeah, yeah.
you will just lock them. And here, just charging 16 to face that would not achieve anything. I think Zombie Chow is fine this turn as well.
I don't think it's needed though. Zombie Child, the only thing it's going to do that's okay is actually kill off the ice barrier armor. But other than that, you don't need it. Look at the positioning in. He's still got Reno. He's still got Dart Bomb for additional damage. I think it's fine here.
Well, I guess this is the turn when you play Emperor.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Arneej, he didn't draw a single Arcane Intellect, single
Acolyte,
Acolyte of Pain,
Loot Hoarder,
Loot Horror.
or Novice.
Yeah, so... that
Or
kinda
anything.
sucks. That kinda sucks.
Yep.
Like, the only card draw he did get is Mad Scientist, although it's very valuable, because it draws a card and plays it already.
It's not multi-card draw, so
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
He's only drawn one of those, right?
No,
He's
there's
got
the
the other
second
one in hand now, but you know, like so up to this point.
Interesting.
And also no Alexstrasza, so he can't even like kind of hope his opponent doesn't have Reno, Alexstrasza, then kill over the 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, he had an option to burst Warlock down, but there is Reno Jackson, so
Yeah.
that would not work. And it's good that he didn't take that line. But it's a bad matchup to begin with, and he ended up with a terrible draw as well.
Or a lack of
Yeah.
lack of draw.
Lack of draw overall. Well, definitely
He
that.
just didn't draw, so that's definitely a problem.
So what can we see now? There's only 4 cards. I think Athanas is in such a great position that he can do whatever. Only 4 cards there.
I think you just would like to pop the block this turn, right?
Not necessarily. There's only 4 cards for Mage, and he will not burst you down from 23. I would not even hate like going for face and then the Twisting Nether.
Faceless the Emperor. Let's go.
Oh, that would actually be pretty cool.
Would that change much?
You can Faceless the Emperor, and because using Faceless, you can PO the Squire and just kill his Emperor. Because then your combo's not a combo anymore if you've used Faceless, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And you're in such a demanding position, and the value you get from having your own Emperor that the Mage has to answer. So that would need like what Flame Strike hero power or a direct burn spell. And again, the more direct burn is used on minions, the more secure you are with Reno set there.
That's true.
He's gonna go for the Demon Wrath instead though, and just leave his 2 minions up. Probably just follow up with like. Is he going
he's
for
playing
Lotheb
Lotheb
now?
now?
Oh, I just like Shredder.
Yeah,
Like, Shredder's just a sticky minion that's good. Like you want a Lotheb on like a key turn, and this just isn't a key turn. Because now Alex Straza could be, although not scary because he has Reno, but Alex Straza like is a play, right? You know, at this turn.
I just like Lotheb in a situation when you're like sealing the deal.
Just to lock
exactly.
yeah,
You
definitely.
just lock the mage out, yeah. Kind of interesting.
Well, he probably played Lotheb because he wants to get deeper near the ice block, and there is an ice barrier now, so he felt like he wants more power on board to be able to pop that block, just to go through all the armor and actually pop the block this turn.
Yeah.
Because there is, what, 23 at the moment with the ice barrier. So he has 16, and with this he can pop the block easily on 1. And then he has a passable Dark Bomb.
So,
I think you
I'm
do pop the
working
block
out-
now. You just you combo out and get them on 1.
This is actually interesting. Have we seen is there still an Ice Lance and a Frostbolt in the deck?
What?
Is there still an Ice Lance and a Frostbolt in the deck?
Yes.
Yeah, he has.
Well, look at the amount of damage he has in 1 turn because of the reduction.
7
Well,
plus
it's 6, 9, 13. Wait, what am I talking about?
No,
So
Yes,
12,
12.
15,
Yeah, I was like,
19,
no,
ni-
it's definitely more than 13. Like, I think.
Yeah.
It's
If-
19 damage.
So
Yeah,
if he
so like-
if he top decks an Ice Lance, he's actually winning this.
Yeah.
Can he get a Fireball and still cast it? That's 5, 6. Yeah. Have you used the
played
Fireball?
one Fireball.
He played one Fireball.
Yeah, he's already used one, so it really is the Ice Lance.
Frostbolt also
Frostbolt
wins.
ping, right?
And ping, yeah, Frostbolt ping would be enough. Oh wow! And
So hang on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
well, it's
Yeah,
an
he can
exciting
do it.
attack here, but the Freeze Mage can actually still win this.
This is actually nuts. Like, and this is the issue where like the Freeze Mage gets enough of an Emperor off, where you don't going to Reno on 23, right? Because especially not
Yep.
seeing Alex yet.
Can he get the burn card? That will work.
Ooh.
Nah.
He
See,
can,
still
he can,
has a chance.
but he can,
No.
he can ping the Acolyte and Ice Block.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you just have
would
to,
you
right?
play Reno? Would you just play Reno to seal the deal?
Uh,
I guess you can. No, like you haven't seen like Strasza.
that. Look at that.
oh my god, this is actually.
Oh man, so
insane.
this all comes down to Athanas making a read. How much damage is there in the hand?
The problem is like. So the thing here is he doesn't have the mana to do other things, so it's not like, oh, his hand's definitely full of burst because he didn't cast anything. But this is a hard call. Like, would you guys honestly play the Reno here?
I would play it.
From your point of view.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
play it.
He's sitting.
Like you
well,
popped 2 ice blocks.
you've seen the fireball as well. You've
Yeah.
seen the fireball, so it's like
if this rolls for 4, he cannot play Reno.
Oh yeah.
oh man, this is
Oh my god, he just died.
Oh,
he just died.
Yeah.
He doesn't see it.
wait, he's not. Oh.
No, he doesn't see it.
Oh my god.
Arneej got
Okay,
it.
Wow.
Oh my god, he actually got it from this position versus the Reno lock.
And he
Arneej
got
red.
the ice.
He got the essence even more.
He can do it
It's
all.
even more. Oh my
Oh
god,
my-
so much burst.
Wow.
Can Athanas believe it? He's like, oh my god, he has it. Does he have it? Is it even possible
Stack it
to die
all
from
up.
this amount
oh
of health?
My god. He needs to finish with the Ice Lance, right?
Full burn.
just for no Ice Lance.
Ping.
Oh
and
my
Arneej
god.
Well,
wins the match and advances to top 8, doubles the money.
yep, that was
So-
harsh. You had the answer to your problems, but you just didn't play it.
Yeah. So this is actually something we saw from, or the opposite of what we saw from Amnesiac in the NA prelims, where he was making plays that looked really weird because it's like you can just win, right? But what he was doing was he was making the safest play to ensure that there is no lost chance every turn. And like the Reno play was a similar turn there, where
Yeah.
he could have played it and been back to full health and just made it 30 damage. in
Raven,
one turn. That's
allow
too
us
much.
to congratulate the winner.
Hi, dude.
Thank you.
Congrats.
So,
Wow.
Arneej, that's how you say your nickname, right? Arneej?
Yes.
All right, Arneej.
Yeah.
Okay, I was telling Arneej. So
Yeah, a
Sorry.
lot of people pronounce it differently. Yeah.
So that was a very impressive series overall, because obviously the burst from freeze match was great, and it was great seeing it on the big screen. But then your Paladin versus Paladin was really impressive there.
Yeah, I had to take some risks there because like he had a 10-9 challenger, and if he had a weapon, he would win. So yeah.
That was a
I
good
took
call,
it,
though.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Remind me, what was your placement in Cluj-Napoca? Was it,
It was top 16 as well.
top
Yeah,
16?
but now,
Now it's top 8.
Yeah,
Now
as
it's
well.
top 8. And that's so,
making
again,
improvements.
so Romania is really your land, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. All right. Was there anything else like that freeze match game? It looked really
Yeah,
bad, but you did turn around.
I missaw something in the first game. I thought his last two cards were Druid of the Claw and Savage Roar, so I thought it was that. That's why I was shaking my head. So
Yeah, okay. Because it
But
was like
yeah, it
the
was
last
Innervate.
innervate, right? Yeah.
But I really thought it was Druid of the Claw, so I thought.
To be honest, like I think Lothar was the only one who knew it's innervate,
Yeah.
and I thought it's what I thought it's swipe, and you
Yeah.
thought it's.
I just put my hands up and said I didn't know what
okay.
it was. I was like straight up.
Yeah, I really thought it was Druid of the Claw, but
it's really
then
hard to
when-
keep track.
When there are cars being burned and you don't see the animation happening, it's kind of hard to keep track what is being burned.
Like
Yeah,
right?
there's a
yeah.
Fel Reaver on turn 3. You basically do not think that the game will go to fatigue.
How did you feel in that last game? Like, did you? Because we could see that there was like, say, as you can see now, there was like Reno in hand and everything.
Oh, he had Reno in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had Reno.
Why-
So
yeah, he
yeah.
should have played.
So like, did you think you were as behind as you were, like for most of that game? Because you just drew no card draw, right? You drew no
didn't
acolyte
have any
and
cycle. Yeah,
yeah.
but I kind of like I think in the corner of his eye he saw me shaking my head, and I was doing that just
On purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice
he
bluff.
thought,
Yeah. The mind games
I
are
don't
real.
know if that made a difference, but yeah.
Well, honestly, like if you look at your health pool, you have 23 and you have Reno in hands. I would really consider also
Yeah,
not,
if you
not
pop
playing
the
it.
second ice block, you should definitely play it, I think.
To be there, super safe,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah, yeah.
even if you play Alex Strauza, it doesn't make a difference
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. So not playing that Reno, but on the other hand, he really felt the blood. Like he felt like I won this. I've got this, right?
Yeah.
So then like he wasn't thinking about protecting himself, especially because he was at 23. But mathematically, correct decision was to play Reno there. But then yeah, that was a really impressive series. Starting for that Paladin versus Druid, where there was the Fel Reaver, you really dealt with it
Yeah.
pretty well, and then the Paladin, and the Reno versus what was the first the one you lost?
I lost Paladin versus Reno, right?
Paladin versus
Yeah.
Reno,
Yeah, Paladin versus
that was
Reno.
actually also very close.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but yeah, in the end, I had to like throw everything face and hope he doesn't have heal or something.
Mhm.
But he had Alex Straza.
Yeah, well, you top decking with Paladin, you just need to.
Yeah, you need
Deal
to
the
get
damage.
the big minions.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have our top 8. This means we do have our top 8, and Arne, you're part of the top 8. I'm sure if we have the bracket ready already with all the members. It might not be ready yet, but from memory then, guys.
Hey.
Okay, it's here. So Thijs versus Powder will open tomorrow. They will face each other. Then Moody versus Unid, Janet Druid, and Scruffy, and then Traki Style versus Arne. Are you ready for the Face Shaman madness, Arne?
I'm not sure yet. I'll think about
Well,
it.
now you can spend some time, although it's really late here, it's 11:20 p.m., but you have time to think about your lineup and bring it tomorrow, right? You can
Yeah,
still
but
change it.
we can change the lineup afterwards. So
Yeah.
the lineup we bring now.
Yeah, it's for the
so
rest of the day. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I can go safe for top 4 if I completely counter him, but then I might not make it top 1. Or, yeah.
You are aiming for top 1, or are you just making for top 4?
I'm just trying to get as far as I can, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I just wanted to say that our cameraman is actually playing Hearthstone.
At the moment,
Yeah.
definitely everybody plays Hearthstone. Hearthstone's a good game overall.
Commitment, guys. Commitment.
Watching Hearthstone playing Hearthstone is great. Okay, so
I
that
mean,
was
right now he's playing right now.
I know he's playing right now. I see it, but the viewers can't see it at the moment. We don't have. I think we don't have our cameraman's phone on the feed, but so you guys will not see it, but you have to believe us. Okay, so that was day 2. We still have one more day with all those amazing matches. We'll have 8 matches tomorrow, I believe. So the top 4,
7.
7 matches.
Yes.
7 matches. Yeah, with the final. And well, we are fighting for some good prizes. Do you guys remember what's the first place prize?
8K and 15 points.
15 points. That's a lot. And Arne, you're getting 2 HCD points already. So you're closer to being qualified for the spring prelim.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get in the preliminaries.
Do you have any points already? Like legend this
yeah,
month?
I won a cup and I'm legend, so.
Oh
I got
wow,
a
okay.
couple
So it's like 4
points.
points, 6. So you're probably already qualified. If the 6 will be the
Yeah, but it's 3 months now, so the previous one was 2 months, so 3 months might be a bit more points.
definitely,
Got
definitely.
plenty of time though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
that's pretty cool, guys. Do you have any questions for Arne?
No, I guess our players should get prepared for tomorrow, right? So
Yeah.
we don't want to waste his time.
Yeah, just congratulations and get some sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that was an amazing day with a lot of great plays, a lot of great decks, fast matches, long matches, and a lot of great players. 8 players fallen down, but they got $500 at least in their pockets, so they will be happy about that. And 8 players advanced. They will be facing each other tomorrow. I think from me, from Lothar, from Raven, and from Arne, that will be it for today. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys tomorrow same time.